chill in the fire, fire and dry in the sea. A lover is he who is chill in the fire. A knower is he who is dry in the sea. A lover is he who is chill in the fire. A knower is he who is dry in the sea. A lover feareth nothing, and no harm can come nigh him. Thou seest him chill in the fire, fire and dry in the sea. A lover is he who is chill in the fire. A knower is he who is dry in the sea. A lover is he who is chill in the fire. A knower is he who is dry in the sea. A lover feareth nothing, and no harm can come nigh him. Thou seest him chill in the fire, fire and dry in the sea. A lover feareth nothing, and no harm can come nigh him. Thou seest him chill in the fire, fire and dry in the sea.
Thank you, Ighanian, has arrived. You're welcome.
Thank you, friends. I hope everybody have a good time and the place you are. We started with the Valley of Search in the last week, about 2 weeks ago, and now we want to go to the Valley of Love. But few words about Valley of Search. I will just say something about that. Maybe we can a little bit be prepared for the next valley. I think the most important message I understand from Baha'u'llah in the first valley, the Valley of Search, we should first of all forget everything we heard, we learned. I think it is our temporary test program. All program we got from the society, from generation, we should just look at that and don't accept everything. I think all those programs we got from the family or from the generation, for me, is just AI, artificial intelligence. This is not me, this is another in me. I am my soul, but I am not my mind, I am not my thoughts, I am not my feelings. And that journey, it is started to understand from the beginning. When I came in this world, I have no thoughts and feelings, and started with get thoughts, it means program, but it came from outside. In the beginning of that journey, we should just look at myself, and you can look at yourself and see everything I understand about myself is me or another in me. That is the first value, I think, is very important, to be aware about everything I know and everything I understand about my daily life.
You want to listen to your own, right? I listen to my own.
Yes, that some friends should mute.
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah. Yes, and now we just started to the valley of love, and the valley of love, it is something started, some sign of you can call it some trace of the traceless. Then we can come to the valley of love. And I just find that valley, and we can, Simajan can start to, I just find the valley of love started here. And you can see.
And if
Well,
is that
listen.
from Zohar Khanum, I'm going to did you want to start from and if by the help of the creator?
Yes,
No.
yeah.
Okay.
We started, I think we ended there, but a little bit above here, and maybe here, yes.
Okay. And if by the help of the creator he findeth on his journey a trace of the traceless friend, and inhaled the fragrance of the long lost Joseph from the heavenly herald, he shall straightway step into the valley of love and be consumed in the fire of love. In this city, the heaven of rapture is upraised, and the world illumining sun of yearning shineth, and the fire of love is set ablaze. And when the fire of love is ablaze, it burneth to ashes the harvest of reason.
Thank you. You see what quality that love has. It is a very, very special quality that that love has effect in our life. And you see that the value of love, Baha'u'llah says, and the consume in the fire of, we be consumed of what? We consume, he says, in this city, the heaven of rapture is upraised, and the world illumining sun of earning shining. And go further, I says, when the fire of love is ablaze, what happened? It burned the ashes, the harvest of reason. When we look at the reason, every people like to have a reason. But my understanding is that, and my question is that, the reason we have and the reason we learn in this world, it is the reason of mind. Everything we do have a reason. And actually that reason, it is reason came from my mind or came from my heart. It is two totally different reason we have. And here is very important in that valley and the valley of above we continue, we should distinguish between what is the outward reason and what is the inward reason. And when we go further, we see we have something, we talk about the world outside and about existence. Baha'u'llah talk more later about that. And something, the world of inner existence. It is two different worlds. And many people ask me why we should burn our reason. because every reason we have in our mind, it is for this world. I have many reasons to have money. I have many reasons to get more power. I have many reasons to have, I don't know, many power. All such a reason, I can use it in this world. Maybe many of those reasons I have, it's cost a lot for me because I just forget myself. And when we continue with that, we understand what means actually the reason of mind and the reason of heart.
Continue.
Yes, thank you.
Now is the wayfarer oblivious of himself and of aught besides himself. He seeth neither ignorance nor knowledge, neither doubt nor certitude. He knoweth not the morn of guidance from the night of error. He fleeth from both unbelief and faith, and findeth in deadly poison his heart's relief. Wherefore Attar saith, for the infidel error, for the faithful faith, for Attar's heart, an atom of thy pain.
Our reason, our mind, we don't like pain. And in our daily life, we do many things because of something I want to get in this world. I want to approach something, come and to be something in this world. But here, Paula says, the wayfarer should just forget himself. What means that? It means everything I know, it is through my mind. Everything I get in my mind through the society. This is very, very important in our daily life. Everything I know is came from society. My question is that, have we healthy society? My understanding is no. How old is our society? 1,000 years? 2,000 years? 10,000 years? 1 million years? I have no limitation. It is, our society is very, very old. The way society thinking, it is also is very old. It came from the world of animal. It means if you are powerful, you can be alive. Every stronger people can dominate the weaker. Today we have a UN in the world. That UN also works the world of animal, because 5 powerful countries have a veto right. It means it is not something we can consult, talk to each other, and find solution. The powerful person, the powerful country have always right. That is our biggest problem in society. Our society is not justice. And everything came from our society. Of course, it's not justice. Here, I understand that Baha'u'llah says we should really be aware everything I learn from that society. I should forget everything. The wayfarer should be totally free and burn every, you can call it reasonable thing in my mind, because all those programs in my mind is temporary test program get from society. It is not me, and it is another in me. When I could really come understand about that, and here is very interesting. He said, he says, Attar is very clear here. He don't care about faith. He don't care about infidel. He says, let for the infidel arrow, for the faithful faith. It is just said. He said, just be have a fun with that and do what it. But for Attar's heart, an atom of thy pain. What happened here? Pain. What is pain? Today, nobody like pain. And here Baha'u'llah talk about pain. And what is the pain? Chance, could you say, please?
Sure. The state of this valley is pain. And if there be no pain, this journey will never end. In this plain, the lover had no thought save the beloved, and seeketh no refuge save the friend. At every moment, he offered 100 lives in the path of the loved one, and at every step, he threw 1,000 heads of his feet. Continue or stop?
Yeah, I can talk a little bit. It is steed of this valley is pain. You know, steed in the, of course, in English is the same. It is the horse. We cannot go through that valley without the sit in the or the ride with the horse of pain. But if you want to look at the pain, what pain actually is? Is it pain is our closest friend? We don't like our pain. We want to avoid every pain. When we understand here, pain is the another side of love. In that degree, I tolerate pain in the same degree I can be recipient for love. Pain is a messenger. We have a physical pain because I have some places have a problem, and the pain tell me, be careful. You should be careful. If my knee is injured and I go have a pain here, that pain tell me, be very careful. If you just continue and use it, your legs, it may damage in your joint. You should be careful about that. Pain tell me I should protect myself, my best friend. This is the physical pain. What is the mental and psychological pain? It is exactly the same. Something it doesn't work. Some things I have a problem in my inside. I should repair. I should find out. I should meditate. I should go and find in which way I can find the solution in that pain. Every pain we have in everywhere, it is our friends and is the messenger. And because of that, when I give a space to pain and understand and give a space and have a tolerate for the pain, in that degree I do that, I can be recipient for the love. Love and pain, it's very, very close together. Is it two sides of the coin? Yes.
O my brother, until thou enter the Egypt of love, thou shalt never gaze upon the Joseph-like beauty of the friend. And until, like Jacob, thou forsake thine outward eyes, thou shalt never open the eye of thine inward being. And until thou burn with the fire of love, thou shalt never find thyself in true yearning's embrace.
Yeah, it is, my question is that where is the Egypt of the love? My understanding is our heart. When we really come in this place, in this area, everything will change. Then we can understand how is the relationship between Joseph and Jacob. We understand what happened when Jacob lost his eyes, and in each way the inner eyes be opened. Every outwardly senses disappear, not a disappear, we destroyed, is that our attention goes more and more inwardly. In this way, we can understand what life means. Where is the Egypt of love? To understand this is the huge, this is the world of being. But we think the world of being is here. And we can understand more about that, the world of being. That is very also interesting. Yes.
A lover feareth nothing and can suffer no harm. Thou seest him chill in the fire and dry in the sea. A lover is he who is chill in hellfire, and knower is he who is dry in the sea.
This is also very important. The lover feared nothing. It's that degree I am free from every fear. In the same degree I can live in my life. When I am in my heart, I am not afraid for anything. The fear came when I am in my mind. My mind is afraid for everything because insecurity came when I am in my mind, and security came when I am in my heart. The reason is in the next chapter we can understand how Baha'u'llah talk about existence, but here he said a lover is who is chill in the hellfire. It means the lover is so warm, whole his essence of his being is so warm. When he come in the hell of fire, it's cold for him, it's chill. And the knower is he who is dry in the sea. It means the knower, it is just thinking about that. The knower is so wet. You know, when the person is so wet, it come to the sea, is feel dry. In which way we can see in two extreme degree of to be detached from this world, then you are free. This is the detachment, and fearless is like together, exactly the same. More and more I am fearless, I am detached. More and more I am attached in this world, I am more and more afraid. Yes.
Love accepted no existence and wished no life. In death it seeth life, and in shame it seeketh glory. To merit the madness of love, one must abound in sanity. To merit the bonds of the friend, one must be free in spirit. Blessed the neck that is caught in his noose, and happy the head that falleth on the dust in the path of his love. Wherefore, O friend, renounce thyself that thou mayest find the peerless one, and soar beyond this mortal world, that thou mayest find thy nest in the abode of heaven. Be as not if thou wouldest kindle the fire of being and be fit for the pathway of love.
Yes. Love accept no existence. What is existence? Existence, it is something, is the to be state of being. That is the definition of existence. Some things exist. It is being. My question is that, look at in this world, look at yourself. I just talk about myself. I look at myself and look at everything around me. I call everything is existence. But actually, all things existence in around me suddenly disappear. Something disappeared during the minutes. Some things disappeared during the hours. Some things during the day. Something during the year. And something during the 100 years, 1,000 years. Nothing in this world is stable. All existence goes to be non-existence. Everything in this world change. Just look at here's me and you, or the child born, we also child. When we born as a child, I have for example, 90 years old. I will live in 90 years in this world, or 100 years, or 80 years. What happened? When became I 1 year, if I want to live 90 years old, it means when I'm 1 year, I have just 89 years. When I'm 10 years old, I have 80 years old again. If I came 50 years old, I have just 40 years. If I am 80 years, I have just 10 years. It means I am finito. I am finished. I am gone. If I am 89 years, I have just 1 year. It means about 1 year, I disappear. That existence, it will become non-existence. Because when I am 90, it means finish. It's finito. Nothing in this world living forever. Nothing. In my body is so important for me, it just disappeared. I call this is most important I have in this world. I will not change my body with anything in this world because very, very pressure for me. But what is that? That is existence. That existence disappeared. But the love, our soul, our real soul, we got from the God and eternity. that will not accept such a existence. Love accepted no existence and wishes no life. This life is not that life, but this life is important for the next life. This life is good, not for this life. That existence, good, not for this existence. That existence should be sacrificed for the real existence. The real existence is my soul. That will live in the eternity. That is very, very interesting. When we talk about the eternity, our sun here shining and give a light to whole our solar system, that's one time disappear. We perished. But our soul never perished. It is for the eternity. Here I understand Baha'u'llah compare this existence and next existence. This existence, outward existence, and inward existence. In the outward existence is nothing compared with inward existence. So that's very important to because it's here, oh friend, renounce thyself. What part of myself? My outwardly, my ego. But something, why? Because this is living the mortal body, living the mortal world. But the real self, our soul, living the real world. It is totally different dimension of our being. Yes, Simaya.
Ne'er will love allow a living soul to tread its way. Ne'er will the falcon deign to seize a lifeless prey. Love setteth a world aflame at every turn, and layeth waste every land wherein it raiseth its banner. Being had no existence in its kingdom, the wise willed no command within its realm. The Leviathan of love swallowed the master of reason and slayeth the Lord of knowledge. It drinketh the seven seas, but its heart's thirst is still unquenched, and it asketh, is there yet any more? It shunneth its own self and draweth away from all on earth. Love shunneth this world, that world too. In him are lunacies 70 and 2.
Yeah, that is also we continue to Baha'u'llah explain to us, compare this world and this existence and another existence. He said the being had no existence in its kingdom. This kingdom, it is something in the next world. It is something totally else, and all that paragraph also Baha'u'llah continued to tell about what is the difference between the world of this existence and the world of non-existence. Actually is existence, because the world of non-existence we call I cannot see, I cannot feel, I cannot hear from the non-existence, because when we talk about our heart and our soul, we cannot see our soul, we cannot hear our soul. Everything we talk here, it is outwardly, but beyond that is something the real. And more we can go in depth of ourselves, we can understand more and more what means that. Yes.
Love had bound myriad victims in its feathers, and pierced a myriad wise men with its arrow. Know that every redness thou seest in the world is from its wrath. and every paleness in man's cheeks is from its poison. It yielded no remedy but death, and walketh not save in the valley of extinction. Yet sweeter than honey is its venom upon the lover's lips, and fairer its deadly sting in the seeker's sight than 100,000 lives.
You see, everything we think is good, and we try to have some enjoy in this world. If we call, for example, this love of this world and the love of next world, or the love of heart and the love of mind. If you ask me about many love today, many people talk about, it is not the love. I just tell one example in my praxis. The lady or the man come to me and is very sad and crying, and I ask, what happened? He says, my love cheat me and just left me and went with another guy. And sitting in my office, and I talked with her, and gradually asked that lady or that man, says, okay, that lady cheat you or cheat on self? He says, I didn't do anything wrong. Of course, he or she cheat on self. Okay, this is the one part. If some people cheat, that person just cheat on self. The next question was that I asked, you tell me, my love just left me. How could your love, that person, that your husband or your wife, was your love? You mentioned my love. How could your love suddenly, yesterday she or he was your love, but today became the love of another? Is it impossible? If it is your love, how could that love became another people's love? This is not love. This is just illusion. This came from our mind. The love of mind is outside, but the love of heart is inside. We all born with that love, and we came in this world to find that love, and we cannot find that love without pain. Who understands pain? In my mind. Every pain, my brain and my mind realized. More and more I can give, I can get. More and more I am detached from this world. I will more and more attach in the world of eternity. I cannot leave this world and get another world. It is impossible. When I am busy in this world and occupied all my mind and my everything in my mind and my attention in this world, I have no place for the world of eternity. I have no place for in my heart for anything. And here Paulo talked, we should turn. We should forget everything from our mind, because our mind represents this world and our mind represents the society around us. And every culture, every program, every knowledge I get from this world, I became attached. And it's very difficult for me to be detached. It is painful. Paulo said that pain you needed to be detached from those things. And the pain is the most important in the valley of love, because that love is started in from my mind, can accept that love, that pain, and be free from the world of mind and the world of this mortal world. Yes.
Wherefore must the wills of the satanic self be burnt away in the fire of love, that the spirit may be cleansed and refined, and thus may apprehend the station of him, but for whom the world would not have been created. Kindle the fire of love and burn away all things, then set thy foot into the land of the lovers.
Yes, this is also very, Baha'u'llah talk very clear here. Wherefore must the ways of satanic self, it is our mind, be burned away in the fire of love. That love came from our heart. That love can burn all my knowledge, all my understanding, all my attachment in this world. Life will be totally changed. When I'm free, every disease, every illness I have is came because I am attached in this world. More and more I become detached. My health be better and better. I will be free from this world. Yes. If just continue, we just come to the valley of knowledge. Yes, isn't that?
Yeah. And if confirmed by the Creator, the lover escapeth the claws of the eagle of love, he will enter the realm of knowledge.
Yes.
And come.
Yeah, the realm of knowledge, we can wait for the next time. Yes, is there any question or any thoughts? Just welcome.
I have one question, if the friends are.
Yes.
Can you go back, please? Can you bring it up? Baha'u'llah talks about the and Fruses also. I just didn't understand when Baha'u'llah refers to shame as glory. You can just touch upon that. That would be right at the beginning, I think it was. Okay, hold on. No, you went too far. Go. Oh, you went too far. Yes. Go up. It says he will see. Go up a little bit more. And he talks about he sees the death as life and shame as glory. Could you just explain the shame and glory a little?
Yes, it is just look at the what Layli did in the valley of search. He Majnun searched in the dust to find Layli. Layli was, it means God and the beloved, and tell what you should shame on you, because you go in the dust, you can find the God. Of course, they couldn't. And look at the history of the beginning of the Baha'i faith. Every people in that time to be faithful to the, for example, the culture and the religion, it was that time, it was most important. Every people want to go to be, for example, be Babi or Baha'i. It was shameful for the society, but they should accept that shame, because the society, when they became, for example, Babi and Baha'i, they are dirty, they are belong the non-existence. And it was shameful, but they accept that because this is the shameful for the mind, but it was the best thing for the heart.
Thank you. That's wonderful. So we'll start with I think Shola Jun was the first one who raised her hand, and then we go to Furuz Khanum Aziz and then Zohra Khanum. Shola Jun, befamid, please. Dear Shole, are you with us?
Thank you. No, I'm here. I am here. Please
Okay, go ahead.
give us more explain about how to make sense with pain. We could find the love.
Pain and yes, we should. Okay, we should. Okay, unmute. Yes. Do you know when we talk about shame and we talk about pain? Now, sorry, pain and love. I cannot accept love. The real love. It means I am moved from my mind to my heart. That is not easy. I should just throw away everything I heard. I understand. Every my desire, every my attention in outside, I should just turn away from those things and find something totally different. It is very, very painful. More and more I can accept that pain and tolerate that pain, I can continue to search the opposite direction. It means inwardly. That is painful. Without pain, I cannot find anything because my mind says, danger, danger. I should accept that and go and don't listen to those, you can call it outwardly knowledge, outwardly advice, outwardly reason, Baha'u'llah says. This is painful. More and more I accept that pain, I go further and further to my heart. Yes.
We'll go to Firuz Hanum and then Zohra Hanum.
Thank you, Simin Jun. Thank you so much, Sima Jun and Dr. Ighanian. Dr. Ighanian, I have a couple of questions, and one of which is that you mentioned about the fact that some things come across for our minds as shameful, yet for our hearts is something very special, and it's a spiritual act and it should be done. Am I correct?
Yeah, you know, everything we do as a believer, when we raise up in the one culture and one religion, and everything I do in that, you can call it in that society, against the society and those religion, it will be very, very shameful and very painful, both in the same time. But it is not anybody can do that. The people live in their mind. It is impossible for them to do that. Those people did or do now, they are moved from mind to heart. That is not happened just accidentally. Those people really want to find the truth and go through that pain and want to find the right one, you know?
Yes, I just want to bring this to our day-to-day life. In our day-to-day life, there are people who are still very attached to the culture that they were raised with. However, sometimes we have to do some things that might make them a little sad or break their heart, because this is your boundary and you know that this is correct. You know this is the right thing to do. However, they are attached to the same culture and the same tradition. The fact that you have to do what is good for you, which breaks their heart, makes one very sad, at least makes me very sad. How do I deal with that sadness?
You know, exactly that you think you mentioned is the core of our difficulty in this world, because people are usually born their mind, and they live their mind and die in their mind, and nothing changed, nothing happened. But today's society, if the people cannot move from their little mind, little city, little country, little continental, to look at the world as a whole, and we are the citizen of this world, we cannot live in the peaceful in this time. It means exactly you mentioned, if I am attached to my culture and I want to continue exactly my generation did, of course, world cannot taste the peace in this world. You know, we should really come through that barrier. That is our biggest challenge in this world today. One of them is nationalism. My nation is better than another nation. That is the biggest problem in this world. We cannot live as a, pretend we live in the 1,000 and 5,000 years ago. No, 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, nationalism is good because every people, every country live in their own country and they have no touch with each other. But today, nobody have own country. People just move, and it doesn't exist any country in that way it was in the past. The best thing we can do, we really understand what our earth needs to continue and have a peaceful life for everybody. That is our biggest challenge, but our mind cannot accept, and our mind cannot go further. That is the condition of heart. Heart is limitless, but mind is very limited.
I understand that. I think what I'm asking is that when you're dealing with people who are still going by their traditions and you are not, many times you might hurt their feelings. How would I, as the person I am, deal with that? I get heartbroken if I hurt somebody else's feelings. How would I be Sultan Wujud Khodam? How would I be the king of my own emotions and understand it and don't pay attention to it?
Yes.
In your sessions.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
That is also very, very important. Do you know, our hearts understand our mind, but our mind cannot understand our heart. Those people live in their mind. It is not very easy to understand you because you come further and live in your heart and you look at the world as a one country. The people is very limited. They are afraid. And because of that, you should just understand them and talk with them at their own level. Otherwise, they became very insecure. The reason so many people want to be nationalists because they are afraid for another. Why the people is racist? Because they are afraid from another color. It is not anything else than they are afraid. The limitation inside also show the limitation outside. More and more we can crash and take away those veil and barrier. In the same degree, I can open my border outside. When inside is closed, outside is closed. If is the dark in my inside, I am afraid. Of course, I am afraid anything outside. Everything unknown in me represent unknown outside. That is the world challenge today. The best thing that humanity can do, find oneself and be secure with own being. Yes.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Zohra Khanum, it's your turn now, dear Zohra. You can unmute yourself now.
Yes, Zohra Khanum, what happened? Maybe she disappeared. No. Okay.
We go to the Shaheen Najaf. So the
Yes.
Shaheen Khanum, it's your turn, and now once she comes back.
بله خیلی ممنون. Thank you so much, Dr. Ighanian. Here in the code it say a knower is there is he who is dry in the sea. I understand the sea, it is talking about the vast, the vast knowledgeable, the vast, I don't know, big capacity, big, heart. But is the dry in the sea? I don't know. What is the dry? I don't understand the dry word. What is that in the sea?
You can, where you talk now, when you look at
Here, it has Seven Valley. I found it right now. We're reading that. And knower is he who is in Beti Kesher has doctor. And knower is he who is dry in the sea. Go up.
now.
No, it's gone too far. It's lower. It's the one that you actually explained that the dry.
Yeah, here. Don't go. Okay. And knower is he who is dry in the sea. Okay.
Yeah, it is started with the first I mentioned. He said, a lover is the who is the chill in the hellfire. It means the lover is so hot, is so warm. When you go to the hellfire, it's cold for him. In the same time, if you look at the same, you can see in the same terminology, it said the knower. The knower is they living in their mere mind. The knower is the who is the dry in the sea. It is so wet. When go to the sea, it is still dry. That somehow you can understand with the
میتونیم بگیم استعاره هست استعاره I don't know.
Of course, it is just symbol. It is just metaphor.
Okay, but for me, the sea can be, having, big capacity, big amount of love, sea, the size of, big things, right?
Mm-hmm.
But dry in the sea, little bit, I don't understand dry in the sea. Even though it is dry, it becomes wet.
Dry is khoshk. Came in the water, in the sea, in the still is dry. It means he is very, very, very wet. I mean, and come to the sea, it is still dry. It is something metaphor show. It is so warm. Come to the hellfire, is still cold.
Talking about the high, how can I say? High capacity of, knowledge. Can we say that?
Yes, you can. Of course, you can do it.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing, Keyhan. So when what you said, I totally understood dry and being wet, and totally I can picture that in my mind. So when we think about it, says a knower is he who is dry in the sea. Could it be that he's talking about the inner knowledge, that the knowledge that we are born with, that innate knowledge that we have. So that knowledge within us cannot be compared with the knowledge that it's an external. So if we gain that knowledge, when we come to the sea doesn't make any sense anymore, right? Because you already have gained so much inner knowledge and you're born with it. So the sea outside is it looks dry. Is that
So,
could that
the sea,
could
the
that be
water
that means
doesn't affect on that, right?
Sorry.
On the
would that
doesn't,
right?
I say, the water of the sea doesn't affect on that dryness.
Yes,
mean-
yes.
Would that what do you think that okay?
This is just as we understand is the metaphor. We should understand the first line. He says, the Baha'u'llah says, it is easier to understand. And the lover is so hot and so warm. If go to the hellfire is the chill. The next is the same. The knower. First was the lover. The lover is the symbol of the warm and warm thing, but the next thing is the knower. As you said, of course, it's right. It's so knowledge is so high in this world. Knowledge is nothing. The worldly knowledge is nothing.
There is a question in the chat that this lady is asking: is there anything I can do to attract the same power in me to stand strong in myself when living my life through a difficult situation? But before that, she also wrote that a lover, she's referring it to the same as what Moses did when he and his followers fled from Pharaoh. And then she asked that question that what can I do as an individual?
Yeah, because every difficulty we have, it is for us. We should accept that. It is painful, but we should accept. More and more we accept our difficulties, our tests, we grow. Because otherwise, if I deny the thing happened in my life, crisis happened in my life, and will not accept that, I will be crashed under the crisis. When I accept that, it will be some, you can step for me and can go further. And that is the most important in my understanding in these 7 valleys. We shouldn't be busy about this world. Everything happened is okay, but we should see in every moment what I learned in this happening. In my heart should be so open to understand and be open for the new thing, because I am here in this world, not for this world. I am come here. I am the God sent me here in this world for one reason, to find myself and to find the messenger of God. That is my biggest job here. Everything is disappeared. Everything is gone. But one thing is important, and I understand the purpose of life.
The same friend who's asking these questions, she's not familiar with the Baha'i faith, and she's not sure who Baha'u'llah is. I just put the Baha'i.org on the group chat. I send it to you. If you wish to know more about Baha'u'llah, you're most welcome to look at the website. But Priyanjan, if you wish to say
very
anything.
good. That is very good. You can learn more about the faith and understand, because that is the one of the writing of the Baha'u'llah. It's need to really understand the purpose of that writings, because this is very spiritual way Baha'u'llah and mystical way Baha'u'llah talk. And of course, in the world of soul and the inner world, we cannot just write it very, very easily. It is just very symbolic, and write Baha'u'llah in the way we should just consult and really go through and understand what means that. And my understanding is that I just explain, but of course, everybody can understand in their own way, but we can help each other to really understand what is the depth of that writings. Yes.
Zohra Khanum is back. You're next.
بله.
Dear.
من هستم. آره.
Could you please speak English, Zohra Khanum? You know, you can speak
Sorry.
English, right?
Sorry.
That's
Okay. Okay. You hear me, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, sorry, I cut off myself. Anyway, I want to know is I understand right about mind is conscious, right?
No, so you can define in the different way. Our real conscious and real thing came from our heart. Our mind is you can see is a conscious in this world, and real conscious is belong our heart. Yes. Very good. I think
yeah.
we are coming in so long. And any question in the
Let
chat?
me see if there's, I think it's the same person. It's no, Roya Khanum is I think she's asking. My understanding what the phrase is. Oh, she's just sharing her thoughts.
Okay.
If I can share very
Sharing
brief,
her thoughts.
if I may share very briefly what I wrote in the chat.
Do you have a question, dear, or is it just your understanding of?
Yeah, it's just a comment. If I may share it, I just put it on the chat. It's in regard of the question of the lady. And nor is he who is drawing the sea. If I may share, my understanding is, I put it on the chat. It's
sure. I think the friends can read it, right?
Understanding.
Yes.
When Baha'u'llah speaks about anything in the material world has the counterpart in the spiritual world. And when we think of the sea, is the eternal wisdom, is the spiritual wisdom. So when in this phrase, we're talking about, and nowhere is he who is dry in the sea. In my humble understand that we are referring to knower as this knower who is completely in his or her mind with that limited knowledge. And when this person is immersed in the sea, which is the true knowledge, is as this person is dry. This is what my feeling about that phrase.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course you can look at in this way. But the thing is, when Baha'u'llah talk about the two things is very extreme part. The first, he says about the lover. The lover, the design more, I mean, talk about more about to be so hot and so warm. And the knower, it is he knows a lot, and the word, the knowledge is nothing compared with that. And that is also the lower is so hot, and the hellfire is nothing. It is some, of course, compared with this world and the world of eternity and inside of us. Of course, you say is also correct. Yes.
Thank you, friends. Thank you for your.
Yes, thank you. Yes, and have a good time.
And we'll see everyone in 2 weeks. I don't have everyone's information, but I usually send it to some of the different group chat. So if you like to get a reminder, if you have my number, just send me a